Do you want to see a Highline rig start to finish? Check out this episode of How Not to Highline. I'm Ryan Jinkson, welcome to my garage. Today we're going to show you another Highline rigging example, and this time we were at Consumnes River Gorge. We rigged a 700 footer on Double Feather Pro. This is the one that Jerry Miszewski established and got what was then a world record. So come join us as we rig this line. Let's go.
Where do you want it?
Right there. Who likes being on camera?
Not me. I'm a little scared right now.
And action!
Oh, buddy!
So while Nick drove Garrison up the road and across the bridge so Garrison could hike back to the anchor on the other side, Tim went down into the trees to find the arrow and to get the tagline. Once Garrison was on the other side, Tim attached a new piece of fishing line to the arrow and shot the arrow, without the tip this time, to Garrison, and Garrison now had the fishing line between him and Tim. Tim reeled in the polypropylene 6mm tagline that Garrison had with him, and once they had that together, he attached the first fishing line to that and then hiked back up. Surprisingly, we didn't get it stuck in any of the trees, and then we had the polypropylene rope, which was directly in line with Garrison, who hiked back up to the anchors. During that hour and a half, Kim and I were tasked with taping Garrison's new Feather Pro together. It was two separate pieces of 250 meters. What we did for an experiment was use 3 different kinds of tapes. We used a high-quality red electric tape, climbing tape, and duct tape. We found that our climbing tape ripped as it went through our Z-drag line slide when we sent it over to Garrison, and we found that the red tape broke in the wind. We found duct tape was the best tape, except Garrison said it was a bit slippery when he was walking on it. We're not quite sure how much glue residue is going to end up being on the line if the duct tape's going to be on there for a long time, but then again, all tape leaves some sort of residue if it's left on there long enough. So now it was time to send the line over to Garrison. So what we did is we attached the polypropylene rope to a swivel, and then we attached it to the end of the Sewn loops that we're sending over to him. To make it easier and safer, we created a Z-drag with 3 line slides that we had. Creating a 3-way Z-drag made it easy for us to hang onto the line while Garrison was pulling it over.
I love it.
Garrison, on the other hand, was having an awful time. He forgot to grab the micro traction before he went over there, and he didn't have gloves. But he was clever and used a munter hitch to capture the progress he was getting. As the line got closer to him, he had to use 2 hands to pull the line across, which means he had to connect the other end of the tagline to himself and pull down as he pulled up so it wouldn't fall through the munter. Once Garrison signaled to us on the walkie-talkie that he had his side of the webbing in the anchor, it was our turn to put our side of the webbing in our anchor.
I'd help, but I've been tasked with filming duty.
God damn it, Kim. Always filming.
Because I'm a woman? Huh? God.
Exactly.
No, I joke. These guys are great.
Let's go here. Hey man, I'm kind of, fucking holding this over here. Just kidding.
Your mom's fucking holding this over here.
God, there's no
That's
pressure.
weird that
I'm
you look me
fumbling
straight in
because
the
there's
eye
no
when you say
pressure.
I always look you straight in the
do-
eye when I talk about your mother.
All right, slowly let go.
That's what she said.
Let's see if I pull it, slack it up, and okay, tension.
There we go.
Do we want it right there? Or do we want it higher? That's fine. We'll put a little padding there. Everybody likes padding, right?
So does your mom.
What is up with
Wow.
You pull that slack
And
line.
go.
You work that
Like this?
line. Everyone give me your sexy face while you work.
Watch my confused face. Sexy and confused.
I don't know, is that what you look like in the
Zoolander.
bedroom?
Uh-huh, just... It's like I'm having a seizure.
Yeah, that's,
More or less.
that's sexy.
Hold on. Breaking tapes.
Breaking your mom.
Breaking. It's got to work,
Yeah, that's
That's what your mom
It
said.
can't just be on everything.
Yeah, I can. That's what I do it for.
Wait till your mom is actually
Human
getting-
line grips.
That's fine.
Okay, fuck that.
They-
So I have my tension system that I have on a continuous loop inside of the eye of the Weblock 4.0, and because we keep adjusting our tension, I just set it out of the way. Everything's on the span set right now, but we put this rope around 3 times just to back this up directly into the eye of this with a double becket bin. And we clipped our back up to that. So once we tensioned it enough so that it wouldn't rub on anything, we tied off our tails and signaled to Garrison that it was time to come over.
Oh. Oh, I'm cramping up so bad. My blisters.
Damn. After we made sure things were padded properly, now it was just time to walk. Even though Garrison just had a miniature epic, it didn't keep him from crushing. You can see here that we put climbing tape on our leashes in case there needs to be any repairs while we're out there. Though Garrison fell a few times on the way there, he crushed it and fully sent on the way back. And I'm super proud of Kim. She's never crossed a 700 footer before, and she endured an hour and a half plus 30 to 40 falls crossing fully the 700. So on this trip, I thought I would try a new experiment by taking food and water with me while I go project a large line. So I found this experiment pretty successful. It's up high, doesn't weigh much, and it doesn't limit my range of motion, nor does it throw me off balance. I don't drink while I'm walking, but when I fall and I'm thirsty and I'm just resting, I have the access to water if I'm gonna go out and project a line. And even with that helping me, I sucked yesterday and I couldn't walk worth shit. But check out what I did this morning. So today is Sunday, the day after we rigged this. I drove all the way back out here from Lodi, which is an hour and a half, to come and see if I could actually cross this. So this is my first 700 footer that I've ever crossed. My PR is 256 Upper Falls. I've only slid out to the middle of any line this long and dicked around with it. I never actually, from no fall zone to no fall zone, crossed a 700 footer without skipping large gaps. And I did it 5 falls that way and only 3 falls this way. I am so stoked. And each direction I was walking, I ended up walking a good 300-foot portion of the line, and that's bigger than my PR. So I was so excited I could hardly stay standing up, trying not to focus on that, but I obviously knew that was the case. So I was getting send anxiety, and I wasn't even sending the line fully. It was hilarious. So always push your limits. Took me like 2 years to even get a 100-foot line, and now I'm walking on 700 footers. I think after maybe 5 or 6 or 7 more trips, I'll be able to get all the way across without falling. The sky's the limit. Hey, thanks for watching, but please don't be a dummy and go rig your first Highline without going with somebody who knows what they're doing. But in the meantime, check out these other videos and don't forget to subscribe.